Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Degnan. Shootings Sunday in Wilkes-Barre. 3 separate incidents under investigation and one was deadly. Police say 31-year-old Leon Bailey of Nanticoke was under investigation for firing shots early Sunday morning at a home on Oak Street in a domestic dispute. He was later found dead, victim of an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound in a vehicle. Another incident, this one called a drive-by. It happened in the area of Hazel and Blackman Streets, but police found a man suffering from a gunshot wound near South Pennsylvania Avenue and East Northampton Street. The injuries were not life-threatening. And then, Sunday afternoon, another incident, this one on Madison Street. It involved shots being fired at a home. There were no injuries. Anyone with information is asked to contact Wilkes-Barre Police. Wilkes-Barre Police are also investigating a reported vandalism at the Planned Parenthood clinic on North Main Street. This is a person of interest in that vandalism from the Wilkes-Barre Police Department Facebook page. Damage discovered this morning included graffiti on the inside walls and smashed windows. Anyone with information is asked to contact Wilkes-Barre Police. The former Wilkes-Barre police officer who allegedly used his badge to sexually assault 8 women while on duty will stand trial on rape charges. 54-year-old Robert Collins will face rape charges involving the first 4 recent victims. The first 4 charges are already heading to county court. During a hearing Friday, 3 of Collins' most recent accusers took the stand to spell out what they went through with Collins. 5 counts of forcible rape, 3 counts of involuntary deviant sexual intercourse, and 4 counts of obstructing justice and official oppression were all bound over to court. Collins already faces trial on rape charges. He's currently free on bail. A report of a domestic dispute led to a Hazel Township man being arrested for possession of meth. Troopers were called to a home on Beaver Brook Road Thursday. There they found 49-year-old John Avito yelling in the home. Court papers state once in custody, it was learned he was wanted out of Schuylkill County. They also found meth on him in a mint container. He told troopers to let it go and then told them to just toss it to the side. Police found he threatened to stab a woman in the home because she was packing her belongings. Avito was charged with possession of a controlled substance, use or possession of drug paraphernalia, terroristic threats, and simple assault, along with harassment. He was sent to the county lockup after failing to post $25,000 at his arraignment. A Beaver Meadows man was arrested in Hazleton after city police received a call about a man dancing and screaming on East Broad Street Friday morning. Hazleton officers took 27-year-old Matthew Holloman into custody after having to use a substantial amount of force to subdue him. Officers say they found an uncapped hypodermic needle and 2 packets containing fentanyl and another that was ripped in his pants pocket. Holloman now faces a number of charges, including possession of drug paraphernalia and public drunkenness. He was taken to county prison after failing to post $5,000 bail at his arraignment. Luzerne County Council will be meeting tomorrow night, and they're on the road. They'll be at the Back Mountain Regional EMA building on Route 118 in Dallas. On the agenda, Council voting on the 4 candidates vying to replace former Councilman Eugene Kelleher. 2 members of Council will not be voting. Member Robert Schnee, that's because of a conflict with one of the candidates, and Matt Vo, because he will be on a flight. The meeting begins at 6 o'clock. Hazleton Public Transit announcing an upcoming change to their bus routes. The 95 Summer Loop service will end on Friday, August 23rd at 9:44 p.m. and Penn State Route 90 will resume service Monday, August 26th at 6:15 a.m. Coming up on WYLN News, where some blighted properties will be coming down, plus where a sneak peek of some new construction will be held. But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Some showers moving in overnight, and tomorrow looks like a better chance for more showers and thunderstorms, and an awful lot of sevens showing up in the forecast. We'll be right back.
Don't make the big box mistake. Shop local and save at Grand Central in Hazleton. Get better prices than the big box store on our huge selection of furniture, mattresses, appliances, and electronics at Grand Central in Hazleton and at the Laurel Mall.
Pocono Raceway is summertime, where the kids are free, where fans become friends, where good times roll. And the racing is always a little tricky. Bring your friends, bring your family, just bring it. Pocono style. New this year, the Great Pocono Raceway Air Show.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Don't make the big box mistake. Shop local and save at Grand Central in Hazleton. Get better prices than the big box store on our huge selection of furniture, mattresses, appliances, and electronics at Grand Central in Hazleton and at the Laurel Mall.
2 blighted properties in Delano will be coming down. Schuylkill County Commissioners voted to use Community Development Block Grant funds to bring the homes down. The contracts for both homes were awarded to Cass Contracting Shenandoah. The first property at 1 Beach Street will be taken down for $4,200. The second property at 217-219 Willow Street will be brought down for just over $20,000. Contractors will likely start the work in 2 weeks. Completion is possible in about 45 days, weather depending. Tomorrow, the media will be provided a sneak peek of Phase 1 completion of Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton's emergency department expansion. The sneak peek will be the first time since the announcement of the project that the media will get a look inside of the hospital. Hospital President John Fletcher will provide brief remarks and then give a tour. Tune in tomorrow at 5:30 for a look inside the building. Now on to some regional news. Bill Cosby's lawyers will fight to overturn his sexual assault conviction as the 82-year-old comedian serves a 3 to 10-year prison term here in the Commonwealth. Defense lawyers contend the trial judge erred in letting 5 other Cosby accusers testify to bolster the prosecution's case in the first celebrity trial of the Me Too era. The 3-judge Superior Court panel includes 2 women. The decision will be closely watched by sexual assault victims and other accused predators awaiting trial. Authorities say a helicopter crashed near an eastern Pennsylvania airport shortly after takeoff. It sent 2 people to the hospital. There were injuries, but they were reported as minor. A Lehigh Valley International Airport spokesman said the Schweitzer 269C may have been a training helicopter, but its destination was unclear before the 2:45 p.m. crashed. It crashed into a building just outside the airport. A Hanley Fire Company official said the pilot and passenger were taken to the hospital, but again with minor injuries. Authorities say a daycare center where children could stay overnight as their parents worked was ravaged by a fire that killed 5 and sent the owner to the hospital. 4 of those children were siblings, and the father of 3 of those 4 children is a volunteer firefighter who was responding to another call at the time of that blaze. The chief of the Erie Fire Department says Sunday's victims in the lakeside city of Erie ranged in ages from 8 months to 7 years. Erie's chief fire inspector says the cause of the fire remains under investigation. One local state lawmaker said he is frustrated with earmarks when it comes to voting on the state budget. State Representative Jerry Knowles, along with State Representative Dawn Keffer from York County, said it's frustrating when voting to spend millions in taxpayer money on things that are not easily identified. They both said sometimes it's hard to find out what the money is going to. Earmarks in the fiscal code bill have become a routine with the end of the year budget occurrence. In Harrisburg, influential lawmakers control. Knowles said there should be a sheet where it is clearly marked. According to the Commonwealth Foundation, this year, more than 80 earmarks were in this year's budget, totaling at least $61 million. Coming up on Drifton's News Choice, a fun time ahead. We have the details in Community and You. And as we head out to break, we continue our countdown to Fun Fest. Today, Fun Fest wants to thank Service Electric for sponsoring the parade balloons. And don't forget, Fun Fest, September 7th and 8th. Stay with us.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Krugel's Georgetown Deli and Beer is more than just a great place to grab 6-packs to go. You can also enjoy great draft beer, including their exclusive 3 Ornina milk stouts. Take it to go in a crowler or mix and match bottles of your favorite craft beers. Or just cool down with one of their slushies. Check out the Georgetown Pub Fare menu, including their Flight and Bites with your choice of sauces and 5-ounce draft beers. Stop in and play Keno or other Pennsylvania Lottery games. Don't forget to check out their website and Facebook for tasting events. Krugel's Georgetown Deli and Beer in Wilkes-Barre Township, right next to the Big Cow.
Tri-County has been keeping your office up to speed since 1969. Everything your office needs: office supplies, personal and custom business forms, business cards, office furniture, new and used office equipment, copy, print, and scan solutions with wide format capabilities. Leasing is also available, free off-street parking, and free local delivery. Tri-County Business Machines, 117 East Broad Street in Hazleton, 570-459-0754. Family owned and operated since 1969.
Welcome to Community New here on WYLN, everyone. I'm Gary Perna. Today I'm with Lisa Marie Halecki from the Hazleton Rotary Club. We are talking about the annual Wine and Beer Festival that will take place on Saturday, August 24th at the Babe Ruth Fields in Hazel Township. And this will also be the second year that the car show will be joining them. So we're going to get all this great information. But first, let's talk about the Beer and Wine Festival. This is a great event for the Rotary Club, one of your biggest fundraisers each year.
Absolutely. This is the 7th year we're doing it already, I know. And we're just so happy to be a part of the community. And so many people love these type of events, but always have to travel out of town. And then, of course, if you just have a couple drinks, you know, little drinks, driving is an issue. So this brings it right home. And we're really excited because, yes, we have the car show, which last year was the first year, and it was just fabulous. Of course, the car show is sponsored by Lagana Wealth Advisory Group. And we have a festival sponsor this year who is Neil A. D'Angelo and the Pines Eatery. So we're really happy as well as all of our other wonderful sponsors. But let's get into the meat of it and how fun this event is. Of course, we have your own Jeff Pnomo. He's going to be doing the ostrich hat, so they're going to be entertaining us. And then we're also going to have cartoon. We're going to have tons of food and all different type of craft vendors there. It's just a great day, and it's great for a whole family experience. So you don't have to be over 21. You do have to be over 21, of course, to drink, and you do have to have your identification.
And this is really cool because you guys have some of the ticket stuff available. So if you go to hazeltonrotary.ticketleap.com, you can get them on the website. You can get them from any Rotary member.
Absolutely.
And they're $20 in advance, $25 at the gate of the event. There's a $5 designated driver ticket, which I always thought was really cool because maybe a group of you want to get together and someone's like, oh, okay, I'll be the DD. Well, they could get some food and some of the other stuff that's going on with the entertainment. Of course, they won't be drinking. And of course, anyone under the drinking age, so 20 and below, there's a $5 ticket for them as well. So you can still see the car show and get all that great entertainment, all that fun.
Absolutely. We're doing things a little different, better flow this year for the whole overall experience, so we're excited about that. So if you were there last year or previous years, you had a great time, you're going to have even a better time this year as well.
And you can always get to know who's there, the vendors, everything you're going to see is all listed on your website, correct?
Correct. We have it on our Hazelton Rotary website. We also have our own event page on Facebook. So simple Hazelton Rotary Wine and Beer Festival. You can reach it there. And like you said, you can get tickets from any one of our Rotarians. Plus we have, if you go on our website, it's also going to direct you to different businesses in the area that also are selling the tickets. So, any questions anyone has, go to that website and it'll give you a lot of information.
So Saturday, August 24th from noon till 6:30 at the Hazel Township Babe Ruth Fields over on Hazel Township Boulevard, kind of just past Mountain City, but before you get to Community Park. It's a great place. It's huge, so you guys got lots of room to put all this on. The car show will be going on. You're going to have the Beer and Wine Festival going on. Entertainment will be happening all throughout the day. This is a great time to unwind, and we're talking about it now, but the 24th of August is kind of like that wind down of summer, so it's kind of like one of those big hurrahs before we end summer.
Absolutely. Tickets are only $20 in advance, so if you get them in advance, $20. At the door, they're $25. Like you said, the $5 for the designated or the age 13 to 20, and then our car show participants is $10 for them, or their occupants over 21. So a lot of advantages to attending.
Wonderful, and of course it's going to be bright and sunny and a warm day for that.
Absolutely.
We already decided what the weather is going to be, so no worry about that. And of course, this is a great event. All this money raised from this goes right back into the Rotary to help many of the great causes you guys do each and every year.
Absolutely. We do so many community projects, and like you said, this money turns around and goes right back into our community projects. And I'm proud to be a Rotarian and proud to be a part of this committee as well.
Wonderful. So this is a great event. Again, August 24th at the Hazel Township Babe Ruth Fields. You'll have much more information throughout the coming weeks here. And we even have some tickets to give away here in WYLN News. So you want to pay attention to see when we'll be giving some tickets away. You do not want to miss this great event, again, in Hazel Township. Lisa Marie, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me, Gary.
All right, we'll see you next time here on Community News.
The summer of Jeep, Wrangler, Cherokee, All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Your new adventure starts now. Lease a new Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport 4x4 for $299 for 36 months. Let them hear you coming in the new Jeep Cherokee Latitude Plus 4x4. Lease for just $199 for 42 months. And get 0% for 60 months plus $1,000 in bonus cash on the 2019 Jeep Cherokee. Come see why you'll be kicking it during the summer of Jeep at allamericanjeep.net.
It's okay that everybody ignores me when I drive. It's fine, because I get a safe driving bonus check every 6 months I'm accident-free. Because I don't use my cell phone when I'm driving, even though my family does and leaves me all alone. Here's something else. I don't share it with Mom. Right, Mom? I have a brand new putter you don't even know about. It's awesome.
Safe driving bonus checks only from Allstate. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square.
This week on The Storm, we continue our discussion about the Constitution of the United States. My guest, Mary Boyd, who is also known as Miss Constitution, returns as we tackle many topics, including whether this nation is facing a constitutional crisis. We discuss the law of the land this week on The Storm, only on WYLN TV 35.
The Hazleton Area Sports Hall of Fame class of 2019 is inducting one man who is close to home and close to our hearts here at WYLN. Our Julia Wiegand spoke with Jim Burns today and has his story.
The proudest thing I have was getting the Hazleton Little League team to the Challenger game at the Little League World Series last year.
That's Jim Burns, one of 14 inductees of the class of 2019 Hazleton Area Sports Hall of Fame. Burns and president of the Hazleton Challenger team Ed Shopey's efforts and success getting those kids onto the Little League World Series field last year haven't gone unnoticed.
Just see the expression on those kids' faces when they got on those field, it was overwhelming. It was just the greatest thing. I mean, it took us 9 years to get there, but it was worth the effort.
District 18's Little League Administrator, a legendary part of WYLN Sports, and our traffic department go-to. Burns sure has quite the extensive resume.
Forever, just about. Yeah, I started off in high school keeping the scorebook for high school basketball. I moved on to fast pitch softball. From there I did Bishop Hafey basketball, Bishop Hafey football. I was the clock operator for the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton Pioneers Arena football team for 8 years. From there, I also got into Little League and the tournament director for 20 years. I've been the district administrator for 15.
Who would have thought that actually playing sports wasn't as serious for him as being involved behind the scenes for a number of years?
Well, I thought I was an athlete. I wasn't bad at it. I mean, I played them all, but sometimes the opportunity wasn't there when I was growing up to do organized sports. I played high school basketball up through my sophomore year. Never dressed for a varsity game, just played JVs. The only other thing I did play was fast pitch softball for a number of years, but I was the manager for the most part, and I never played until we only had 8 other guys, and I had to.
What Burns really enjoys is working with WYLN Sports alongside his son, Marty Burns, and will be starting back up again for his 19th football season come August 23rd.
I enjoyed sports, and I wanted to stay involved, and various opportunities just presented themselves as life went on. Was just circumstances and things that just kept finding different things to do. I enjoy what I do, and as long as I'm able to do it, I plan on continuing.
When it comes to being inducted, Burns said it's not something you really think about, but it's satisfying to get recognized for what you do.
I think my comment was wow to the guy, Joe Clark, when he called me, for doing various things that I've done over the years for literally 50 years or better, or more than 50 years. It's exciting to be recognized, I think.
Jim Burns will be inducted into the Hazleton Area Sports Hall of Fame Sunday, September 15th, alongside the rest of his 2019 class, which includes Brian Billig, Jim Carr, the late Colleen Donlin, Carla Nestler-Eisenhower, the late Francis Chippy Kender, Scott McCarthy, Cody Morris, Jack Piercini, David Russell, Tom Struch, Michael Strack, Bob Watrow, and the 1979-80 Hazleton High School wrestling team. Reporting in Hazleton for WYLN News, I'm Julia Wiegand.
Congratulations, Jim. And we do have plenty of football coming your way. We're counting down the 2019 varsity season. WYLN's Ryan Osachi has the preview for some local Comets.
WYLN Sports is just 2 weeks away from bringing you the Crestwood Comets season opener live as they face off with the newly merged Wilkes-Barre area Wolfpack. But the Wolfpack isn't alone in making their debut this season, as the Comets introduced their newest head coach, Ryan Arcangeli.
It's proud, proud. You work really hard to get to that point, and you have really good mentors along the way, and proud to get there. It takes a lot of hard work from people that aren't me around me to help me get to that point. And then once you get there, you just hope you have the right plan in place to have success with the kids. And I think we do. I think we'll be okay.
Arcangeli has been part of Crestwood's program for the past 10 years, but this year brings big change for the Comets.
I met with our team captains, and really for us, it's one of those seasons. It's a culture change. We've had success in the past under Coach Myers, which is phenomenal. I was there, part of that success. These guys haven't had it. And we've had a couple of down years, and we have to fix that. So our biggest thing is how do we approach our culture and change it Work hard in the weight room, work extremely hard during practice. If we can do those things, we set ourselves up for great success moving forward.
Both Crestwood's leadership and senior experience are what Arcangeli feels will make all the difference this season.
Bringing guys in, we think we have great captains. Our team voted on captains. Derek Petrashko was senior. Ryan Petrossi, our quarterback, is going to be a junior, and Brendan DeMarzo going to be a junior for us. We have a great senior class that we're going to lean on. People like Tyler Cesario, Garrett Swank, Brendan Dominski, played receiver and played tight end for us this year. Ryan Miller, and a lot of guys, not just singling those guys out. So we're looking for them to be that culture change, replace the leadership that was there at one point, and then put this in a new place, and lead us going forward.
As Arcangeli's debut as Crestwood's head coach is fast approaching, his nerves follow close behind.
Nervous, and you should be. What you want to do, like I said, you want to make sure you have the right plan in place. We think we do. I've never been in that situation as the head coach. The guy we're going against, and Coach Cynthia in Wilkes-Barre area, although they're new, coaches on that staff that have kind of been there before. So I'm going to rely on the coaches that I have, try to take some of the nerves away from me and try to brunt that so our kids can just go play fast and have fun playing football. If we can do that, we'll put ourselves in a great position for success.
Mark your calendars for Friday, August 23rd, as we kick off our live game day coverage alongside the Crestwood Comets at 7 p.m. for their home matchup against the Wilkes-Barre area Wolfpack. Reporting for WYLN Sports, I'm Ryan Osachi.
And that's the news. Remember, you can get news updates on our WYLN News Facebook page. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN TV.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim